Branson. Jacobson.
Here.
Lockman. Sari.
Here.
Jaden.
Here.
Waltner.
Yes, present.
Minutes of the last meeting.
Move to accept.
Second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Vouchers.
Motion to accept.
Second.
Sari.
Yes.
Jaden.
Yes.
Waltner.
Yes.
Jacobson.
Yes.
Financial report.
Motion to accept as presented.
Second.
Jaden.
Yes.
Waltner.
Yes.
Jacobson.
Yes.
Sari.
Yes.
Okay, first thing on our agenda here is we have the summer rec on there. Courtney, you want to I don't mean, or Patrick, or I don't know who, I don't care.
Courtney can,
Kelly, you want to? No, I don't think so.
can set up the conversation and I'll.
You can both stand up there.
Yeah, I'll set up the conversation and I'll give it over to Pat. So I'm Courtney Unruh. I'm here on behalf of FCDC. I'm the president, and for many years, Freeman's been talking about having an additional youth baseball field. And so this spring, Shelley Waniger brought up the need as well, given the Rebel co-op changes at the school and how that might impact summer rec in the future. And so I told her that great idea. However, FCDC, we can't be the driver for this, but we can be the partner and kind of help facilitate this process and bring all the entities together. And so also connected with Clint Dangle and Joe Dangle over the summer, and again, the need to have another baseball field over where our current complex is. And so Pat's on summer rec, so are Kelly and Gina, and so they're here representing the Freeman Summer Rec. And there's just a need for that because we go to every other small town and they all have two fields. We need to have that area for practice spaces. It would also improve our quality of life in that park area. As a mom of young kids, I want to go to a baseball field, and I want my kids to be able to play in the park and go to the pool as well. And so also boosting our economy and be able to host tournaments here. And so given all those desires and needs, we reached out to Tabitha Schoenwald then and kind of put up some preliminary plans on what that would look like to add another field over at that location, and then met with Michael. And we know previously the city had allocated $150,000 towards future youth fields, and kind of pitched that at him, and he's like, yes, that's a great idea. Let's talk about that. So we partnered with Summer Rec, the Baseball Association, Emily Hofer, FCDC, and had some conversations with Jake Teege as well, and having some conversations with him last night at our FCDC board meeting. He's in support of pursuing an additional field over at the current complex as well. And so that's just a little bit of the background and the timeline of kind of why we're here tonight and our goals going forward. And so now I'm going to hand it over to Patrick.
Patrick Unruh, part of Summer Rec. I don't know if Courtney mentioned this, but at one point we had Doug Euchre involved with conversations, and at one of the meetings that we were at with him, we tasked him with getting a hold of Paul Korn from Sayer Associates and getting a feasibility study from them. So Paul came back with a four-part task of a feasibility study, one a topography study, schematic plan site rendering, and cost estimate. With the topography study, identify property lines, utility locations, ground elevations, drainage patterns, structure locations, and etc. Schematic plan, examine options for positioning of the two youth ball fields, prepare preliminary cost estimates, and prepare final schematic site plan. Task 3, site plan rendering. The rendering may be utilized for better information with the community of proposed improvements as well as any fundraising efforts. Task 4 would be the cost estimate at the end of the whole study. I guess that's why we're here tonight. The cost of that came back at $11,000 to move forward with ball fields, and that would give us drawings and property lines, utilities, and from there we would get 2 or 3 actual drawings with everything we need to know. So I guess we're here tonight to ask the board to approve that $11,000 to move forward with this.
Yeah, I'm just going to add that, you know, we've had meetings with, several meetings and so forth, and we've gone through and so forth. Paul was gracious enough to give us the drawings that you have in front of us, 3 different ideas there. It was brought up before the meeting here. I was visiting with Lonnie a little bit about the Waltner edition. We did take him out there also. Doug took him out there, and he said that was not I did not ask why, but that was not an advisable site. Why, I do not know. I was kind of hoping maybe something could be done out there. I mean, just from room-wise. But Paul was gracious enough to do this, and we've met again and so forth. We've seen all this. 2 of the 3 plans, obviously, you can see, close Whip Street down and so forth. But we did allocate 5 years ago $150,000, and I guess my feeling was that out of that $150,000, you know, to take 11 grand, and let's find out. You know, if it comes in at $5 million, I think Pat's going to have an answer. What the answer that's going to, you know, die on the vine, and that's fine. But I'd like to know, and I'd also like to know all 3 estimates. Let's find out. Whatever we personally think about that, there's still a lot of legwork to do once that happens. There's either land to be acquired, or it's got to go like through Mr. Lonnie's zoning permit, zoning ordinances and so forth. But until we find out a dollars and cents amount, we can't go any further. And I would really encourage the council to go ahead and run it up the flagpole.
So this would come out of the 150 that we already,
That's ear tagged out of promoting the city.
That 11,000 is an estimate for all 3, what you talked about, or is that just for 1?
That's for all 3 to get 3 actual real drawings going.
and different,
And to find the best option.
estimates, okay?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously where every plan has to start, is to find out how much it's gonna cost and the feasibility of it.
Is he just going to do the ball diamonds then, or is he going to include the price of, you know, every one of these land has to be bought?
Correct. I guess I don't know that answer.
Is it going to include the purchase of property, this feasibility study?
You mean the corn? The corn?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Is
That
it
has
just the
not
ball
been-
diamonds, I guess?
That has not been, whether that's an option or not.
So
I
that
don't-
won't be included in on this. This is just going to be what it is to build them.
We have not
Approach that.
approached that. We have not gone that far.
I like the idea that to keep it near the park and stuff, because that's where, I don't like any other place in town for it to go. I just don't think it fits what the landscape of our town, right?
Right.
Yeah.
With a park there, baseball fields, it just makes more sense, so. I make a motion to use $11,000 of the $150,000 set aside to do a feasibility study to see what new baseball fields will cost.
Second that.
Is there a second?
I second that.
Waltner,
Yes.
Jacobson,
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
Jaden.
Yes.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all, we appreciate it.
Kelly, did you have something else? Kelly?
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm golden.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. What's the water meter thing again?
That's the changing to gallon usage, the meters. Dewey looks.
Dewey. what's the water meter? What? About the water meter. Are we changing from thousands to,
Oh, yeah, we've got 1,000 meters on our computer, and we got gallons. We want to change them all to a gallon. That
So-
way if,
Our old water meters read in thousands of gallons. Okay, so when we run a leak report, then nobody shows up on our leak report if you have an old meter, because you have to use 1,000 gallons an hour for so many hours in order to show up. But you gotta have a pretty bad leak.
So how many meters we talking?
Well, most of them, other than what, 40?
yep, 40, probably
All but 40?
500 and
So
some.
we're not buying new meters. There's a patch that they can send out. It's for $4,000. They'll send out a patch
Oh.
and they'll basically
Calibrate 'em.
configure our meters to read in gallons rather than in 1,000
I
gallons.
said, we just replaced the water meter.
Yeah, exactly, but.
Sorry, I didn't know how to put it on there.
They'd be all uniform and
Yes.
make
They would all,
everything easier.
yes.
Yes,
Do it.
yes.
You get calls about,
you just you don't need a motion?
Yes.
you did not use this water, your meter isn't right. They can go in there and they go back 30 days and they
How many
can pull up
gallons they
the,
actually use,
Yeah.
not,
Yeah, that'd be
Well-
confusing.
they say you're not using
Says
it.
4,000.
They can bring up on their thing and put a graph right
That's
up
what he
there
just
and
called and
show
said
Michael,
it's
you use water
setting
between
its high.
2:30 and 5 o'clock in the morning. Shows right here, you use 400 gallons.
No, I
Do we, will
agree
it be
with-
more than 4,000? I know he just said
No,
4,000.
he said 4,000.
I make a motion that we buy the computer patch to read by gallons and authorize up to 4,500.
Second. Get her fixed.
Sorry.
Yes,
Okay, I'm sorry. Jacobson?
Yes.
Sorry.
yes.
Jaden?
Yes.
Waltner?
yes.
Now, if it's more than that, just don't crash the party, come back.
Yeah, right. It's 45 and 70 cents, right?
Travel request.
Shall I
Charlie?
request to go to a meeting? I think I got to it eventually. In Myrtle, November 12th and 13th, June 13th. And she's here if you have any questions, you can ask her.
I did not hear you said, I apologize.
Oh, you're here if they've got questions, they can
yes.
ask you.
So can you explain more of the reasoning that you gave? It says Dakota Resources Final 2025 Gathering Public Policy. I don't know what that is. Yes.
So it is a gathering of economic development professionals from across the state, and it will be public policy and local development is going to be the focus.
So as far as you writing them or just understanding them?
Understanding them, what's kind of happening in the legislature, what we're facing.
Okay, so it's more explaining of the policies, not so much you learning how to write the policy.
No,
Okay.
it's more of explaining how to testify before the legislature, presenting well-crafted policy briefs, influencing public policy issues. Those are going to be some of the topics that are covered.
What's your recommendation, Charlie?
My motion is to grant the
What?
travel request. I'm making a motion to grant the travel request.
I'll second it.
Call roll.
I'm getting all the seconds today.
Sorry.
Notice that?
Yes.
Jaden?
Yes.
Waltner?
Yes.
Jacobson?
Yes.
Lonnie, you got something?
I do not. Oh, other than,
No, it's too late.
when's the next meeting for that thing out there?
Yeah.
Well,
That's why we got the
I've got
question
that
marks.
one. Yeah, well, let's discuss it now. When do you want,
the
are you around Monday?
Next Monday?
20th?
20th? That's a long ways away, probably.
Well, do you have a meeting? I mean, the reason we do the Tuesday thing is because you have Monday meetings that time.
What? the first Monday of the month.
So we could have it the 20th. We could change the meeting to the
Right.
20th is what I'm asking. That would,
Yeah, that's fine.
okay.
That works for me.
So, okay, well, when we get to that point, and I forget.
I think so.
And I
The next meeting?
I forget to mention when the next meeting is.
It's on record right now.
Yeah, write it down. That would be my recommendation.
And it's due because of the Turner County Zoning Board, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And their meeting.
sorry.
6:30,
The 21st.
6:30, yep, at the 21st,
They're meeting the 21st.
at 6:30 in Parker.
So, anything else, Lonnie?
Yeah, I mean, what do they plan on doing? Are they just gonna add conditions now? Because if they're just gonna add conditions, keep the current conditions and add some conditions, maybe we, the city of Freeman, should request some additional conditions that we want added, like no operations from midnight Saturday night to midnight Sunday night, cease operation 12 hours before any outdoor activity, football,
Volleyball,
Rib
whatever.
Fest, whatever it is, cease operations before that happens, because quite honestly, I mean, how do you fix the smell without making them fix their operation inside?
Yeah, I think that's,
You're not going to, so it's gonna be around. So unless they take the conditional use completely away and shut them down, I'm thinking we need to add what we need to add to make at least part of our life good.
I don't know how that works actually, Lonnie, to be
I
honest
think
with you,
that's a
with
question we're
conditional
gonna have
use
to
permit.
ask our attorney.
Yeah,
to
that's
see.
what
And I don't think they know. I think that's why Caitlin kind of basically tabled it for the next meeting, so they could go into what we can and cannot do. I'm sure, I'm guessing, I'm sure that they can't do it, just anything.
Yeah, so it's going through a process, right? It's got to go through a process.
And,
If they just straight up shut it down, it's going to end up in court.
Sure.
So
And there'll be an
Turner
injunction and there'll be
Turner
operations.
County's doing the right steps, they're going through the right steps according to their state's attorney. And they have shown enough evidence, is what they have proven in the meetings, that they have shown enough evidence that they are not compliant, and they haven't been in compliant since 2021. I mean, this isn't just over the last year.
Yeah,
This is all the way back to when it started.
It's from the start.
There were things that were supposed to have been handled from 2021 and on that didn't get handled until the town of Freeman started griping and bitching about things going on. So, in their mind, and Turner County has every right to say, how do we trust you that you're going to go going forward? We say, yeah, go ahead. That you don't say, oh, I guess I didn't know that was my responsibility. Well, in 2021, you knew it was your responsibility. You didn't follow through.
So you're saying Turner County's gonna pull the conditional use?
I'm not saying anything.
We don't know.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's what their argument is. That's what they said at that meeting, that their argument is that they haven't followed.
The three violations that are in question, none of them have to do with the smell. None of them.
No.
Correct.
None of
But
them.
during that meeting, they found a couple more violations that they are going to add to this next meeting.
Yeah, so,
So
Violations of some conditions that they put
Of their
on?
conditions that they did not follow through on.
Conditions.
yeah.
That
So
they
we
did not
just-
follow through on since 2020.
But are any of the conditions have anything to do with the smell?
None.
No, none.
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 And that's where I believe, and that's, that our attorney will get together and with the zoning board or the Turner
With state's
attorney and draw up something. I think that's our best option that could happen.
Yeah.
It's just
I
gotta
think
go
for
through
them
the
to operate,
procedures.
there's going to be some new conditions added for them to be able to continue to operate. I think that, in my mind, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. But that's just my mind. That's not gospel or anything. So.
It could be very interesting, but depending on how it goes and if the attorneys can get together and come up with a good plan, I think it'll be very beneficial for us.
We really need to thank those two ladies because they
Yep.
have put in an immense amount of hours
Yep.
on this job
Yep.
for the town of Freeman because of what's causing it to us.
Yeah, that meeting, the last meeting there went very well for us.
So was Fink going to contact their state's attorney?
They're in
prior to the 21st?
They're in contact.
So should our attorney tell us what the hell's happening?
I don't know if he knows.
If he has more concrete answers of what's gonna happen, I think, then we'll. But
I mean, if they're just going to say, okay, you guys got to follow these conditions, and oh, by the way, we're going to add these other conditions, and it has nothing to do with the smell, it does nothing for us.
I think if
Agreed,
he has
but-
concrete answers, then he'll let us know. Right now, it's just all hearsay on what's gonna happen.
Yep.
Because we really don't know what's gonna happen until after, maybe we might not even know even after this next meeting.
Oh, you won't?
Because you know how government operates, right?
Yeah, I
So-
do, because we got a conditional use 6 miles north of town that's been going through the system for 2.5 years.
The other thing that I find odd is that Hutchinson County does not have a road conditional use with them either. So as Old 44 gets broken up because of all the truck hauling that's going across there, if they're turning there to go across that 1 mile. I mean, maybe Hutchinson County wants to step in and say, wait a minute,
So, I mean, but how do you have a road, it's an existing road that's already
They
mapped.
have
It's already, I mean, it's already
Right.
weighted for 80,000, so
Yeah,
what do you do?
I have no idea. I'm just telling you, Turner County has road conditional uses with them. Part of these problems are conditional uses of the roads that they didn't take care of. that they didn't-
On the gravel, on that gravel.
On that one gravel one, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Township Road, that's understandable.
Right, yeah, when it says.
But I mean, you can't have conditional use. I mean, farmer in the southeastern down by Centerville hasn't come out pick up animals. I mean, they ain't gonna be responsible for 25 miles of road to get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think it's a wait and see, and let the zoning board, I think they understand our complaints loud and clear. Loud and clear.
And it's not just, I feel sorry for the people who live within walking distance of that place. Because it doesn't matter which way the wind is blowing, I think there's something every single day that's running.
So what's the consensus of the smell? Where's it coming from?
Different areas, the holding pond, they had some issues with a piece of equipment that allowed their fat to go out there. And that produced a very foul, sour odor, from my understanding. And we've all
It'd be nice
heard.
when they really irrigate then, won't it?
Well, it will, but they're saying that the irrigation will alleviate that problem once it's out of there. I don't know, but I have no idea, just hearing or telling you what I'm being told. And of course, we've heard about the air scrubbers, the water, we've heard about that. I don't know, and they do have some different professionals out there working on it, from my understanding. That's what we heard at the meeting. I must say, but I don't know what, wind direction and everything else makes a difference, that I can't say it's been horrible lately, but I don't get around and about either, I know some people that did, and they say it's horrible, so.
You have humidity and temperature.
Absolutely.
And all summer long, you had high humidity and high temperature, and the inversion rate, it just stayed in the ground.
Exactly.
So when you get a southern wind, it's going to get here. If the humidity goes down, that stuff's going to get up in the air and it's going to go away.
Yep.
And that's what's going to happen this winter.
And here
everybody's
comes
gonna
summer
say,
again.
Oh,
Yep.
boy, we got it solved, we got it
Yep.
solved. And then
Yep.
next spring, we're going to have right back where we're
Yep,
at.
yeah,
I believe right now they're looking for their fourth manager since they've been open.
yeah. It's
They're having troubles keeping.
yeah.
They need to spend the money to hire somebody who actually knows what they're doing. Cody Spangler did a great job.
He did.
When Cody Spangler spoke there, and he did a phenomenal job of explaining that it's management.
Because he's been to many of these.
The problem with that plant is management. They don't have somebody in there that knows what they're doing and how to operate the place. So hopefully
Yeah.
they find somebody that knows what they're doing and can fix it. I don't know. Just the wait
Yeah,
and see.
I think, Mike Fink, he said it here, it's one of the first things he told me, when I went up to him and started talking about all this. And he said, close it down, get your science right, and then reopen it. And they've tried to limp through, and they have not done that. But, so we're going to go through this long, drawn-out process. We're going to let Turner County do what they have to do. And then we'll see how that turns out, and we'll respond to
That's all we can do.
that.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
So, but
I just hope it gets fixed.
the frustrating part is it's slow.
It's what?
Slow.
Oh, yeah, it's slow.
I mean, it's not like, anything else, Lonnie?
Nope.
Terry?
We had a golf course meeting last night. Talked about trees and stuff, so at some point I want to talk with Charlie about like tree city stuff. 'Cause
I went out and marked a lot of dead trees that have to come
Right.
down, and we're looking at trying to get somebody in, maybe to take a bunch of them out, maybe over winter.
Yeah.
And then we're trying to look, Tree City is looking at doing a tree inventory of our parks and the golf course to see exactly what we have, because we're gonna have to come up with a plan with the board coming.
Right.
And so our goal next year, and I've actually applied for a grant to help fund doing the tree inventory of those areas. So hopefully next year I want to do the inventory so we get a better plan. But I did mark definitely dead trees that just need to come out because they look bad.
Right. You marked some, Jesse marked some, and I think
Lance did too.
Lance marked some as well. So there's going to be a lot of trees coming.
Look how many trees left.
Well, yeah.
And there's a lot of
There's
trees that are
probably-
still questionable, but I
There's a
did mark
little
them all.
over 200 ash trees out there.
Ash, yep.
And if it's not,
If
if
it's
it's going
when.
to get here, it's
When.
when ash war is going to get here, and
Yeah.
then those all need to be replaced. So we need to start thinking ahead now on how are we going to do this.
Sure.
That also,
Watering them has been an issue. When we got some new ones this last time, it was hard to get water to them, to wherever they were planted. I'm not
we
100%
actually did really good last year. Our survival rate from what we planted last year was very good. And this year was good.
Right. But
But it takes someone to do it.
what I thought of today as I'm thinking about all this is if we can build our own little tree plot.
We tried that. They did have a little tree farm out there. It takes management to keep that going.
Yeah. But, going down the road, that would be
Well, what I've
a more inexpensive way.
always advocated with the tree thing, and is if it costs us a membership, find somebody out there willing, for the price. Terry,
Right.
we'll give you. You don't have to pay your
Well-
membership and whatever else it takes. You're in charge. I mean, and you got obviously somebody that knows what the heck they're doing out there, also a little bit anyway, or at least be taught or guided.
Well, and I thought
But it's constant.
if we found somebody who sells trees and can move them, find out what the price of a tree and what it is to move it, maybe somebody wants to make a member wants to make a donation from a loved one that's passed away, like a memorial tree or something like that. I don't know if that's feasible or if that's possible, or if people will buy into that. I don't know.
But they need, there's trimming. You know what's out there. I mean, there's trimming. Some have to come down.
I mean, I try to take as many of them down as I can with the golf ball, but that golf ball doesn't do a very good job.
Then,
We gotta go out there more often.
Knocks a few leaves off.
Yeah. So we discussed that. There's some equipment like more reels that are going to need to be sharpened or even replaced because they've been sharpened too many times. So Jesse's going to get some numbers together on all that to let us know what it's going to cost or where we go from there. Other than that, that's.
well, as long as we're on the golf course,
Yeah.
I was going to let her lead it. But if you want to,
Nope, I don't know much about it.
So a few months ago, you mentioned moving the golf to a self-supporting fund. I didn't ignore you. I just wanted to get my ducks in a row and call a few people and find out. I did talk to Rod Fortin at Legislative Audit, and because is it really a self-supporting fund or not? And he said Brandon does run their golf course as a self-supporting fund that gets supplemented every year by the general fund. I just want to know direction from you guys because it's going to take me a little legwork to get it set up. I'm probably going to need to start soon. If that's something that you want, I can He recommended the beginning of the year, we get it switched over. The pros to doing it is, it's gonna be very transparent how much we're spending from the general fund into the golf, because.
Also, how much they're making back to cover their own butt.
Right, yes. Because there'll be a line, there'll be a transfer in line, you're gonna see every, when I do the budget and I give you a 5-year budget, you're gonna see every year what we put in there. Because I've been jumped how many times already in the last 2 months that we're spending $431,500 on the golf next year. Well, yes, but I explained to them, we budgeted revenue of $400,000, so we're really spending $31,500. Nobody looks at the other side. So this way, it's in its own fund. If it makes money, it can build up. This year, right now, we're still in the black in the golf, which is a great thing. We've got some bills, some big bills at the end, so who knows what it'll end up being. But I'm thinking if we make money this year, we can have a little cushion in there for next year. I don't know. You guys tell me what you want to do. Either way, if we're gonna switch it, then I'm gonna make it very obvious which is clubhouse and which is golf, so we can see a budget. When you look at their budget, you can see what supplies are for inside, what supplies are for outside. I would like to have that very much itemized. I'd like to have the revenue itemized, where you can see how much we're making in beer sales, how much we're making in food, how much we're making in carts, how much we're making in green fees. I mean, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right, and I'm gonna set it up that way, but that's up to you guys.
To me, that makes the
Either
most
way,
sense.
it makes no
It's just,
difference
it's
to
more,
me.
you can run it more like a business.
Yeah.
The more information you have, the better you can run. You
Well,
can
and
see
it would
where
answer
you're
a lot of
leaking,
questions.
you can see where you're making.
A little more work.
Probably a little more
Work for
work for
It'll
you to
be more
start
work,
up.
especially startup. Like right now, I'm doing this little cheat sheet on an Excel spreadsheet. I'm having to divide them all out so I can give it to the golf board. I mean, so that will go away. I'll be able to have that all right there.
At a glance.
Is it the right way? Because it's not, it doesn't support itself? Probably not, but like I said, that's why.
May, eventually.
Yeah.
I mean,
Call it almost
if you're
support.
talking 31,000, that's a far cry from when we started.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know.
And yeah, as long as we can keep Jesse, he's done a phenomenal job out there.
Yes, he has.
He has.
And I go to other courses in golf, and I've heard, they'll say, well, where you come from? Say Freeman, oh, I've heard your guys' golf course is awesome. Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
I think I would like to see it as a self-supporting fund, because at the end, if it's at 31,000, people can look at it and say, that thing's only costing us 31 grand.
Yep,
yeah.
If it's making money, it's even better.
right.
But I mean, it's so close right now. Now's the time. I mean, it looks
Yep.
good. It's running good. Now's the time, I think, to do it.
So maybe put it on the next meeting's agenda so we can make a motion on that.
I can get it set up. It's not a big deal. What we'll have to do after the first of the years, we'll have to do, what did he call it? We'll have to do a budget supplement for the creation of a new fund, but we won't do that until January.
That's just paperwork.
So, yeah.
That's not actual.
So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all the accounts set up. I didn't wanna do it if you guys didn't wanna go that way. That's why I'm asking, because if that's what you wanna do, then I'll start working on getting the accounts set up, getting all that, so come January, then I can start doing bills. Like the salary right now, it's all in one lump sum. Well, we're gonna know what's outside salary, what's inside salary.
That would be good information.
It would.
Yep, because and then all of their payroll taxes, all of that will go into the right part. In essence, it's gonna be one fund, it's all gonna come down to the same, the bottom line, but for us to be able to look at it, I think it'll be nice. But
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Anybody against it?
No,
I don't see a downside.
I like it. Other than,
I mean, we're in, either way. it's gonna be fun.
but once you got it set up, it'll be,
I think it'll be better.
yeah, much better.
You can identify better.
Yeah, I mean, at budgeting, everything.
Well, unless the public know exactly what's going on.
Yep.
Right.
I mean,
Yep.
she's getting jumped about the 431,000, well, it's gonna let them know.
That's not
exactly,
that.
Yep.
Yeah, that it's not that.
Because we really don't have any other department in the general fund that produces that much revenue.
Brings that much.
It's otherwise it's tax revenue and all that. Well,
And that's why people are confusing, because they see
Yes.
this.
yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, that answer your question?
Yep.
Maybe
Charlie?
someday we
I'm not
can
done.
Or I'm sorry.
You're on the roll.
Yeah.
I got the health insurance renewal.
Oh, that's right.
That's a laugh.
It went down?
No,
You can tell by that.
it's going up 20.3%.
Oh, my word.
Okay, so now before you get excited about that, in 2025, it went down 9.06%. In 2024, it went down 4.51%. So it's not as bad as you think.
It's only about 11%.
Sure, what did we budget for an increase?
15.
Yeah.
So it'll be tight. It'll be a tight year. It'll be
Is-
okay.
Is that,
It's,
do we get our insurance, do we get like shop around type thing, a revised of different options to buy insurance? Do we get that every year, or, I mean, is that something that we could explore and see if there's a
You want to
different?
bid it out,
different
I mean,
option?
or bid it out, or whatever you want to say. Put it out
oh, I
for
thought
bid.
you meant,
Like, there's different options, like.
yeah,
I know
there's different options in Walmart where you can raise the deductible
Right, no,
or,
but, yeah. But the policy we have now is,
it's a grandfather policy,
right.
so you're
Once you
gonna,
leave that, you're not getting it again.
You won't get to that rate. You're going to get a lot less for a lot more.
Okay.
Exactly. I
I
mean,
got
that's
that.
why we've stuck with this for so long,
Yeah, and
because it is a grandfather.
there was just some big expenses the last year and a half, there's some large usage.
Well, that happens.
And that's what happens.
That's
That's the only reason it did the big jump. Just thought I'd let you know.
Thank you.
So,
Welcome.
can I see that? I want to kind of compare it to it.
I don't have all the, if you want all of the
Benefit.
different levels, but
Oh, you don't have the age rate on here?
is it,
For the employees?
Anything else, Lisa?
no,
You sure?
I'm sure. I have enough.
Charlie?
Like I said, we did apply for a grant for doing tree inventory next year in 2026. And like I said, we have to take a look because it's not going to involve the parks, but we're going to have trees along the streets too that we're going to have to look at. And we're going to have to come up with some kind of plan and figure some budgeting numbers and whatever options we have. And Tree City's looking at that and hopefully can come with some recommendations to the council.
I know of some yards you probably could get some out of. Just saying.
And then there's that.
Did you get that email on leaves?
What's that?
Did you get the email on leaves? Good, look for your email then. Not supposed to haul them away.
Oh,
Oh, we're supposed to keep them in our yards. Oh, we mulch a few, but we haul a lot. That's it.
Mr. Sai?
just, you've been doing some crack sealing, and did you see the one on 6th Street? There's a pretty substantial one. I believe it's by Walnut on 6th. And I'll catch up with you tomorrow.
On 6 itself?
What's that?
On 6 itself?
It's on 6, yeah. It was in the concrete. No? Okay.
Drive that every day, I guess I never noticed.
Yeah, I just caught it at the right time.
You gotta buy that special stuff from Sioux City or whatever, put in there, don't you, in the cracks?
But other than that, going okay?
Yep.
Okay. So there's been some discussion regarding, and Charlie, this is with you, culvert versus dip by, is it Walnut and 7th or what?
Yeah, by Walnut and 7th.
Okay, so, and that is going, is that,
Going across, along parallel Walnut Street,
Yeah, crossing 7th.
crossing 7th.
okay,
So
so.
be north and south.
All right, so the ambulance route at this time would be going
Right next to it.
right next to it, but not across it.
No, not unless they go to block for the helicopters, which they do sometimes.
Okay. And the reason for the culvert is just to get the better drainage, correct?
Well, yeah, the water's got to drain.
Because it's all,
And if you put a dip, what's going to happen in winter, that happens about every time, is the snow piles up on each side and you end up getting water and then it becomes this ice patch.
all right.
If you look at any dip in the intersections in winter,
Yep.
there's a lot of times there's a lot of ice.
So that's what I'd like to discuss at this time here is what do we explain to Dewey to do? To get a culvert or to get a dip? So,
Well, I want a culvert. I
Okay.
don't want a dip there.
all right. I know Dewey
I know
wants.
Dewey wants a dip.
Yep,
but,
I understand that. Reason you want to dip is?
Less maintenance.
Okay.
Every spring, you're gonna get any one of our dips with a little water that can't go, that you're gonna have a chunk.
Right.
But how many dips?
I'm neutral, but I'm the godfather of every dip in this town.
Yeah.
So,
There's a lot of dips in this town.
I like, yes.
So
They work.
I understand that. That's why I'm having this conversation, you know.
Some are too steep. That one by St. Paul's on the southeast side of St. Paul's by Whip is horrible. That's an awful dip. I've had a lot of people complain to me
Yeah.
about that one. Now,
Yeah, trust me, I get
it.
I get an earful on them too. But that's why, as a council, I'm trying to make the decision instead of, and, you know, to make it right. What do we want?
And that place,
Aaron don't like them.
Okay, well,
But you gotta look at, Blaine, which one controls your water better, a culvert, or if everybody in this town would clean their leaves up, it would be fine. They don't do it.
yeah, I
We
understand.
managed that with the dips, and we started by Lonnie's down there by the Ball Diamond. We had backup after backup after backup, trying to flush culverts out. We've never done that for 20 years now.
Okay.
Everyone we've put in, we've been getting rid of driveway culverts and all of that. How much problem do we have? None.
Sure. So is there a way to make the dips not so deep? You know,
It all
because
depends how
much-
deep that ditch is towards that.
so how would it be at
I think that particular intersection might be tough because that culvert's right on the east side of Walton.
It is.
So in order to get that thing there, I mean, I don't know. To me, it looks like it'd be darn tough.
You
to
look
get.
at that culvert's down there, but according to the grade, we can bring that dip up on top of the culvert, not in the bottom of the culvert. So your dip's gonna be like this, not like this.
Well, that might be, but I mean, I'm talking just
Yeah.
the angle.
One coming this way, you have to bring it back just a little bit more, because we've got the room to do it.
Terry, what's your input? You're awfully quiet over there.
I don't care, but if you put it in a dip, you better not put one in like that's on the end of Walnut by the school. That dip is.
Yeah, the one
It's
on this
horrible.
side.
Yeah.
There's-
See, and that's what I'm afraid of. I am
That's
doing.
what I'm
I'm afraid of that.
Walnut?
There's a reason why that dip got too big there.
Okay.
Well, it's
Somebody
just,
made us go like this
Right.
instead of bringing it like this.
and you hear vehicles bottoming out all the time.
Oh, all the
across
time,
that.
all the time.
You
So,
get the one by St. Paul, if our road wouldn't be this much higher, you drop that whole dip down.
so why don't we do this, Dewey? We'll take a look at it, see, and try to figure out where the bottom of the dip would be and where the top, so we know, so we can draw it up and see what it'll be like, and then we can propose it to Charlie and see if we can
I can
compromise.
take you right there, show you where the dip's going.
Yeah.
you gotta remember too, there's a lot of foot traffic across
A
that
lot.
sidewalk. And if there's any ice and that's a slip down, I'm gonna have problems with people walking.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like it's a conversation I need to have with you two guys, and then we'll bring it to the council and let the council, we'll weigh it out again, and when we got the other two here, and we'll get it decided for next year, I'm assuming, nothing this year, right?
Not at this
Yeah.
stage of the game.
Yeah, all right, that's all I got.
Dewey?
Couple things, we got the panels put in our solars out there, so then got all their controls on there. Yes, we need to get together on the streets next year to put in for slurry seal.
For what?
Slurry seal, what we did this year. They want them,
Yeah.
Is that a yearly thing they're gonna try to do? Is that bid out thing?
yep,
Okay.
I like the way it works myself.
I do too. Way better than chip sealing.
Yeah, I don't have all that
Yeah, it's way better.
chips all over the
Yeah.
place in the end.
Well, and it makes a nicer road.
Yeah, it looks like a map. I mean, well, it kind of is, but I like it.
because we got Cherry Street, want to go all the way down that, and then the other side of DeWalt. Them are some of our worst ones that, we got some bad asphalt on there.
Yep.
And we, as some of you know, we had a water outage again this morning,
Yeah.
which Charlie called me at 5:30, right when it was starting. And we have, speaking between the two places weren't working. We had some wires out and a fuse out. but got to talk with the people that are going to upgrade the BY pit about getting some more controls in there to give us alarms with the
Before
high
it runs
level
out.
low before it runs out.
That'd be great.
Janver, we got the telephone in there, so Janver's gonna start working on that pressure.
So which one's
And
running?
Bourne did get some phone calls, so I was, thank the people that got up and listened to the thing here and her thing on Facebook, and we still got other people that think they gotta use Facebook to get their water turned on.
So what runs out again? Is it the,
Tower was out.
our tower?
It was stuck at 18 foot, don't kick on till 18, or it's stuck at 18.6 and it don't turn on till 18 foot.
And the reason our tower was out because of,
It was saying we had water in there.
And we don't,
But we
the
didn't.
sensor's bad.
Sensor was bad.
It stuck at 18 foot on the tower level, so it didn't get down low enough to
Okay.
kick the pumps on. So we've been trying to fix that from 5:30 this morning, finally got it fixed at 5. And I will make sure that it's still running. But yes, you're out of water, call that number. Don't go on Facebook, you're not gonna get water on Facebook, and we are not shutting water off just to shut water off to see how many people can write on Facebook. I'm sorry, that's a pet peeve. When I go over there and I start seeing stuff on Facebook, and would have took one phone call in 5 minutes, you would have had water.
Do what I do.
Just go to work.
Don't worry about Facebook.
Yeah.
You don't have Facebook.
I don't have it.
It's like you turn it on, it's there, and it's, your complaining ain't gonna get your water on. I complain my grass don't get mowed, Facebook ain't gonna mow my grass.
But everybody in town will know you didn't.
Yeah. Darren will tell me that I got it mowed. But it was nice. Charlie caught it right when it was
I
going
barely got out of
on.
the shower. I wasn't sure I'd get the soap all off.
And I got down there, it's 18 foot, Charlie's lying. And 2 minutes later, Roger Wallman called me while there was no water in it.
Then you knew it.
2 minutes later. But that works good. Use that number because it will work. And hopefully we get indicators on there to tell us before that. That's it.
I have questions for you. The lagoons, we talked about having the company that installed that aeration system to look at it to see what's wrong with it, why it's not working correctly. Have you called them or?
No, we talked about it, we never did. I'll get a hold of the one that put it in and
Right. I would just like to see if there's something wrong with it, you know. If that was the first one they ever installed, maybe they learned more.
they're installed all over South Dakota. They're supposed to be the cats and
Right, but ours isn't working right. So,
we're not the only ones with it.
no.
It works good when you run 2 blowers, but it needs to get put down. We need to get new floats on the bottom.
Okay. Well, whatever.
And it'll work 6 months or 7 months, and then it'll be where
Just so
we
we
were
can fix
again.
it, so we're not just wasting the money on putting those solar things in. I think we gotta start at the root cause of it all and fixing that. The other thing is, can you and Wade make sure that on Tuesdays and Fridays, I'm guessing it's Tuesdays and Fridays, that the green cans in front of the recycling center are put away after Charlie dumps them?
Cans, yep.
Put them back where they belong, so that way nobody else has to do it. And I've already told the other person who's doing it to stop.
Yep.
So, okay, thank you.
anything else for doing?
That Blaine, that, you were talking about getting that rock crusher back.
yeah, yep.
Is he coming or?
Just,
We
I guess we
gotta
got to
see-
figure out where we're at on the budget yet, and we're about there.
That was the other thing, middle of next or beginning of next week, when we plan on ripping Fifth Street up. I just got to get a hold of Randy and see if that's still working.
You gotta do some concrete work by us first.
He's got to get it cut, and then we got to take it out, and Paul's got us,
On me,
Yeah, fifth of May.
yep.
that was the other thing I
Great,
forgot.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dwayne.
Nothing else? Our next meeting,
Good job.
October 20th, at 6:30, I'm presuming.
Monday.
Monday,
Awesome.
13 days from now,
Can you do that, 13 days instead of 14?
Sure.
Well, she had a good time this 7 days before, so we had no little yellow lines on our vouchers.
We need to go into executive session.
huh? Move to go to executive session, personnel and contract negotiations.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.